Hey guys, this is Slater the OK. I'm going to be going over my Orzhov Angelic Aristocrats. So this deck is just pure Orzhov. I mean, just everything about it. It's going to be taxing them, it's going to be killing my own things, and it's going to be kind of a little aggro, but not really. So to start off with, I'm going to go with my namesake, my Cruel Celebrant. I love this card. I play Aristocrats in Modern, Black-White even, so I'm probably going to be shoving her in there. I mean, she's better than Sideboard Cutthroat. That 2 toughness makes a huge difference. Does not die to Goblin Chain Whirler, which I've been running into oddly quite a bit, so I'm loving the fact that she's got 2 toughness. So she also pairs well with one of my other favorite cards right now, Hero of Precinct 1. Now she is a sheer just token generator in this deck. And I love that it goes off of multicolored and not just creatures. So I'm over here, I can cast my Mortify, my Consume, anything like that, and I'm going to be getting a 1/1 token. Just awesome token generation. Now she also works with the Cruel Celebrant, because that's another body to sack, and she also works well with Divine Visitation, because then that's anytime I cast a multicolored spell with this out and her out, I'm going to be getting a 4/4 Flying Vigilance Angel. And for 2 mana, that's pretty dang good. So next up, we got Tithe Taker. I've been running to a lot of control decks, and this guy makes the control decks have to cast their spells on my turn. Now granted, he is very fragile, and maybe he's just kind of a bait on a stick, but still, that's the removal going to him and taking care of him before he goes and takes care of anything else, and it's also going to be hurting their counter spells. Now he also has Afterlife 1, which works great with Divine Visitation, Cruel Celebrant, and Miss Karlov. So speaking of Karlov, I'm going to go down to her. Now she is a just sheer awesome engine in this deck. I don't even know the last time I really attacked with her, except when the board is completely clear, because she is that important to this deck. So what she's going to do is going to turn all those Afterlife 1s into Afterlife 2s, and dying and getting a 2 1/1 flyers, that's huge. She's also like a kind of a 5th and 6th copy of Cruel Celebrant. I mean, it's just amazing. And then you got 2 of those out, you got 2 of her out, that's bumping up to 4 copies. It's just she gets out of hand really, really quick. Now with all the tokens I'm also generating, she's also giving them all Vigilance and Lifelink. I mean, imagine dropping down a 4/4 Flying Vigilance Lifelink Angel. That's nuts, that's crazy. So next, I'm going to kind of go into a little bit of a card draw / removal. I got Crate, and Consume. Now Concentrate is going to be working out pretty well, drawing cards, just kind of helping go through the deck, finding out what I need, and a little bit later in the game, it's got a Consume in there, which is getting rid of those hexproof creatures, those creatures that are a little bit too big for me to handle. I mean, we got Carnage Tyrant, all of a sudden, they're sacrificing Carnage Tyrant, and I'm getting 6 life. It sounds pretty good to me. Now, Concentrate also has something else that's been working out awesome, is those new gods that have been hitting the board. They go to the graveyard, and then they go back to the library. Well, if I got 2 mana up, I can easily take that god away before it has to go back into the library. It's all about the stacking of triggers, but I have been able to pull it off quite a few times, and it hurts them pretty bad. A lot of people just like to concede on the spot. So the next card is probably one that a lot of people don't like, which is Miss Oligarch. Now, I picked her over Enforcer because she's multicolored, so she's going to be setting off Hero Precinct 1. Now that's a 2-for-1 when I have her out. I did try Enforcer for a little bit, but I was kind of wishing I had been pulling her instead. She also has the Vigilance and Afterlife 1, so against mono red or any kind of aggro deck, she's pretty awesome because I can put pressure on them with the attacks, and with the Vigilance I can also use her to block if they don't hit her. Now, because of the sheer amount of multicolored creatures, I'm also running Glass of the Guild pack. This is turning all those 1/1 spirits into 2/2 flyers. That's awesome. It's also turning all of the power up a little bit. And it might not sound like much, but it's huge. I mean, imagine if I'm pulling off one of my later cards, Miss Seraph of the Scales, and all of a sudden, when she turns into a 5/4 flyer with the option of Vigilance or Death Touch, and then she dies and she makes 2 2/2 flyers. That's pretty big. So that's why I'm only running, but on the other hand, it's just an Anthem, so I'm only running 2 of them right now. But then this card's kind of self-explanatory, really awesome, just so much value. So next up I got Mortify. If you're playing black-white and you're not running Mortify, you're probably doing something wrong with the sheer amount of enchantments running around. I mean, this hits Wilton just wreck, this hits just Search for Escanta, I mean, just absolutely everything that everybody's running, and even a few of those just fringe ill-gotten inheritances. This is getting rid of them. Also, it's a just one hit all for all creatures. Just all around great card if you're running black-white. Now, Miss Duskrose over here has been just amazing when you can get her to stick. That's the problem, because everybody knows that if you leave her out for a couple turns, this is brutal. Every time a creature dies, mine or theirs, she gets a counter. When she dies, I'm also getting however many 1/1 lifelinking vampires equal to her power. She works out really, really well also with Miss Karlov. I have actually gotten her up to a 20/20, and then she died, and I got 40 1/1 lifelinking vampires. She's just absolutely crazy in this deck. Her counters also go up with Miss Karlov, so every time a creature dies, I can get 2 counters. Just absolute sheer value, but I don't want to hit her too many times, because this is a deck where I kind of want to chip away at their health in the beginning, swing in, hopefully trade a whole bunch, and then Celebrant takes out all of the life for just kind of picking them away because they didn't realize, oh, if I block, I'm going to be losing life. Alright, so next up, I already talked about Miss Seraph of the Scales. So next, I got Soren. Now this guy has been just amazing. I want to add another one, but I don't know what to cut. When you have him out in the field, he's giving everything lifelink. So one thing that I've been noticing with this deck is I can build a stupid, awesome amount of life. I mean, between him and Cruel Celebrant and Consume, I've been able to build up a just amazing amount of life. That one damage just kind of helps out every little bit. Every now and then, I kind of redirected Planeswalkers whenever I get the chance, but this card is he's just stupid in this deck. He is amazing. Anything dies, I just get it right back. I talked about Miss Karlov, amazing. So Divine Visitation, oh my god, I can't even say enough about this card. The reason why I'm only running 2 though is because I don't want more than 1 copy out in the field. I'd rather draw literally anything else. I thought about bumping it up to 3, but I'm in that spot where I don't really know entirely what to cut. I thought about cutting another glass for this, because this card, when it hits the battlefield, if I can get it to stick, I have yet to lose a game with this on the field. It's nuts, it's crazy. I mean, anything dies, I'm getting a 4/4 angel. I got Karlov out, I'm getting 2 angels. It gets out of hand real quick. So this is kind of my 3rd copy. I got, I can never pronounce the name. Okreteka, I don't know. But anyways, I got the White God. Anytime I cast a creature, I get a 4/4 Vigilance zombie. I mean, it doesn't have flying unless I got Divine Visitation out, which for some reason that happens out quite a bit. But anyways, anytime I cast a creature, I'm getting a 4/4 angel. That's another token that I can give lifelink with Karlov, or if that dies, and which it's a 4/4 vigilance, which doesn't happen that much, but I get get some life out of it. I'm only running 1 because I'm kind of low on wild cards, as you guys can probably see. I don't really like to play sealed that much. I'm just not good at it. I'm much better at constructed. So I'm also trying to decide between her and Bontu. I love Bontu. I mean, I really can't decide between the 2 of which one's better for this deck. I have won so many games where I have dropped him out, killed all of my things, wiped them out, and it's just been amazing. Draw a ton of cards. Bontu is awesome for this deck. And especially with both of the gods being able to go back into the library, it's beautiful. Oh man, it's just, these gods are ridiculous. They are everything Orzhov. So then I'm running 9 plains, 9 swamps, and that's a perfectly even split because you can see I'm running a lot of dual colors. I pretty much got mostly evened out, running probably a little bit more white than black, but it is what it is. And then I got my 4 godless shrines. I'm so hesitant about spending rare wild cards on lands. I know I need it, I know it'll help out so much, but I'm hesitant about it. That's why I've only got 2 isolated chapels. I'll finish it out sometime, but just not right now. So that's the deck. I hope you guys like it. I have been winning so much with it. It's got a ridiculous win rate. I'm going to download a tracker here pretty soon so I can give you guys an exact percentage, but I really do expect to hit Mythic with it. So stick with me. I'll be playing this a lot. I'll be switching between this one, this is my good homebrew, the one I actually expect to win with, and then got a prison homebrew that I'm also be playing on the channel here quite a bit. It's not as good, so for that one I'll just post the fun videos and the ones that kind of show the deck off and everything. Those games go long. Those games go so long with that other deck, but it's pretty awesome. You got Karn, you got Ugin, and well, you gotta watch it and find out. So I just hope you guys like it.